Please don't leave. Please don't leave me. Please don't go. Yeah. Cause I done fell off again. My bad decisions got me in a place of distraught again. Look in the mirror, I don't look the same. I guess I'm weird in my thoughts again. Try to dress it up, make it look pretty. Silently crying so no one can hear me. And I can't come to the phone. Just please leave me alone. Really, I'm scared. Don't wanna tell you I'm living in sin. The Most High forgave me in my sin. Don't wanna tell you I did it again. Nah, I just need to repent. I know, get up, try it again. Righteous, but please help me fight this. Whatever you do, don't take your spirit. Whatever you do, don't take your love. You can take anything from me, but I need you.
Yeah. Father in heaven, I'm having a crisis. You know how heavy this life gets. Fight the flesh with a tight fist, but I'm getting tired and I might slip. Might fall, but I don't trip, cause you're in control of my soul. So if any day I'm feeling hot or cold, I know you controlling them both. This here righteous man falls 7 times while I'm on fall number 88. I would've died in the hands of man, but it's all praise, I would give me grace. Father, free me from my worldly ways. I wanna see the 12 pearly gates. I fought the fight and I kept the faith. Christ took the charge, verse 48.
Whatever you do, don't take your spirit. Whatever you do, don't take your love. You can take anything from me, but I need you.
Yeah, hallelujah. I get it, I'm weak in the flesh and I had to admit it. Had a cheat sheet for the test and I still fell short while bearing your image. Back to the trenches from Kemet, you feel a lot different about sin when you in it. I can have plenty of riches like Saul, but what's life if I'm dead in the spirit? Repeating my sin like a parent, forgive me for being a burden. Repent to the great physician, don't cut me off like a surgeon. Save me from the Medes and Persians, keep my gaze from the reach of the virgin. Everyone don't have the privilege of serving. I just wanna hear well done with the verdict. Good and faithful servant.
Father, I sinned
again,
over and over again. Mercy, have mercy on me.
Have mercy.
I'm begging you to wash me clean.
Make me new, yeah.
Living without you ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it at
When
all.
I don't feel your presence, I get nervous.
Wow.
Here's my heart purging, and I know that I deserve it, but whatever you do, don't take your spirit. Whatever you do, don't take your love. You can take anything from me, but I need you. Whatever you do, don't take your spirit. Whatever you do, don't take your love. You can take anything from me, but I need you. But I need you.
Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kwadash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazar, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Lathanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalachnawa, Chaubwathnawa, Kasalachnawa, Chaubwathanawa, Wala'a, Tabia Anawa, Manasaya 1, Abal, Hawashaynawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'atapa Arath, La'ai Walamyam, Aman. Ya Baraka, Ya Baraka, Yahweh, Yahweh, Waya Shamaka, Waya Shamaka, Yahweh, Yahweh, Ya Yahweh, Panyawa Al Yak, Panyawa Al Yak, Waya Khanka, Waya Khanka, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yasha'a Yahweh, Yasha'a Yahweh, Panyawa Al Yak, Panyawa Al Yak, Wayasham, Wayasham, Laka Shalom, Laka Shalom, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shah, Barak Rapah, Barak Rapah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shah, Barak Rapah, Barak Rapah, Yasha Allah, Yasha Allah.
Shalom, y'all. Shalom. Shalom. Oh, man. Back again. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son's name, Yahweh Shai. All praises that we're here to see another Sabbath. Definitely been one of those long weeks, man. Definitely one of those long weeks. But, hey, we made it to another Sabbath, and we give all that honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh. So, you can go ahead, King.
Shalom, everybody. Hope everybody, when the Sabbath hit from wherever area you at, when it starts, hope you have a good Sabbath and, keep it according to the law and give glory and honor for these days, man. The days of the Sabbath is like the best feeling we got out of the week. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing compares to the kingdom if we be able to make it. But hey, this day right here, we look forward. The only time while we in captivity, this is the only day of the week we look for. So, all praise to the Most High and shalom, everybody.
Gone. Hey, definitely right. Definitely look forward to this day. Some more than others. Especially by us still having to go out to do the work to try to wake up the people. Which is kind of what today's lesson is more so, going into, right? We're gonna be going into the laws. I got a few videos to play, just to show the state of the Israelites, show the state of our people, and we got to go over the laws because at the end of the day, that's where the milk is. That's where the understanding comes from. That's the most important thing, right? Because without keeping the commandments, what is any of this for? Without obeying the Most High, what are you doing? If you don't know how to obey the Most High, then what are you doing? We know that you can't just have faith by itself. We know what it says in James. You know what I'm saying? And I had one of those, I don't even know what he was. He might have been Jehovah's Witness. I don't know, right? But it was either might stop by. I believe that was Sunday. Was it Sunday? Whatever day it was, right? He stopped by, and I had a good little exercise on the porch. Made him think he was teaching me something, right? But nevertheless, it's not just about faith, right? It's not just about faith alone. So starting out, I'm gonna start out with a video, right? It's a video that our good brother Mashai put in the chat earlier this week, and I'm gonna play this amongst other videos, right? Just to show the craziness, the stupidity, the wickedness, the lawlessness, and whatever other word you can find, behind our people. So let me go here. All right. And we're gonna start with this.
We've got new details tonight in a crash that killed 3 children in Cumberland County. 31-year-old Megan Scott is now facing charges for involuntary manslaughter, among other things. Investigators say that Scott was driving recklessly, reaching speeds of 111 miles an hour before crashing into a tree on Cedar Creek Road in Fayetteville on June 3rd. ML's Bailey Stamos has been poring over the court paperwork and shares what she learned.
Court documents show Megan Scott had a run-in with the law just a day before the crash that killed her 3 children. Now she's facing multiple charges, including 3 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Records show that on June 2nd, Scott was cited for driving without a license or insurance and for having an expired registration. The next day, officers say Scott was involved in a domestic dispute. An affidavit details Scott biting a man's arm before hitting the victim with the car and fleeing the scene. Later that day, officers stopped Scott after a hit and run on Cedar Creek Road. According to court records, officers asked Scott to get out of the car so they could serve a warrant tied to the reported domestic dispute. The documents say Scott then sped off, hitting 2 officers in the process. About an hour later, around 11 p.m., Fayetteville police found Scott's car wrapped around a tree. Investigators say Scott was traveling 111 miles per hour before the crash. 2 of the children and Scott Scott were ejected from the vehicle. 2 children died at the scene. The third later died in the hospital. A family member's post on GoFundMe identifies the boys as 3-year-old Jake Hoda, 6-year-old Jamari, and 8-year-old Jack Thomas. A message attached to the fundraiser reads, "The pain and grief we are experiencing is unimaginable, and we are struggling to find the strength to move forward." Court documents cite Scott as a flight risk, and she'll be held at Cumberland County Detention Center under no bond. She's scheduled to appear in court on July 7th. Bailey Stamos.
All right, so this is a clear example of lawlessness, right? No accountability for anything that you caused yourself, right? No police officer caused you to run a civilian over, whoever that may be, right? No police officer caused you to run over 2 other police officers, then turn around traveling 111 miles an hour, and you, along with your children, are ejected from the vehicle, and now they're no longer among the living, and the Most High kept you here, right? Now this is gonna be a part of, if she has any type of soul, right? Which clearly is hard to see. It's hard to see that, especially when you put your children at danger like this, right? But you see, this is an adult that's acting like this, right? But it's not just the adults, right? It's not just the adults. Let's go look at another report that happened this week, right? So this is here in Michigan, right? So let me see. This is here in Michigan, y'all. Okay, so this is the report, right? This happened, I want to say like maybe 2 to 3 days ago. So check this out. You can hear everything, right?
Yeah, not right now.
Thank you, Dave. And now to new development. Ended in a deadly crash. Police sharing video of the high-speed chase capturing the moments leading up to the...
You said it went away. You don't see it?
No. I'm just saying at first it went away. I can hear you. Talk about the sound that went away at first, but it's good.
Okay, come. All right, so here we go.
Fatal collision that claimed an innocent driver's life. The 17-year-old suspect accused of running from police in his stolen pickup truck with 4 other kids inside. The youngest of them only 11 years old.
Look at this. The youngest is 11. I'm gonna give y'all the ages because I read this report. I seen it, of course, on scrolling Facebook, but clicked on it. Whether it's Channel 7, Fox 2, it all kind of tell you the same thing. But these children, the oldest, which was the driver, 17 years old. Then it goes 2 15-year-olds, a 14-year-old, and an 11-year-old. Right? Those are the ages. So clearly it's children too. Right? Children are following in behind this perverse generation. Right? So I'm going to let this play.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley hearing from the victim's family, authorities, and others who say tougher penalties are needed to prevent these types of crashes from happening.
A Warren's police chief called this crash a tragedy while offering his condolences to the victim's family, but he also made it clear the teen driver who fled from his officers is solely responsible for what happened. 1050. Warren police releasing dash cam video of the chase that ended in a fatal crash, killing 48-year-old Remius Washington. It happened around 2 a.m. last Thursday. 17-year-old De'Arian Marsh now faces a list of felony charges, including open murder for leading police on that chase in a stolen pickup truck. 4 other kids were along for the ride. Warren Police Chief Eric Hawkins says his officers are not at fault.
We are here today because a 17-year-old murdered Mr. Washington.
But Washington's family says police share the blame.
It would have felt better if he would have took some type of accountability, not just putting it off on kids that's doing wrong.
And they also point to parental responsibility.
How you don't know where your kids are at this time of night? And it's not just one night. They said this is multiple incidents that happen over in Warren.
So multiple incidents, multiple break-ins, multiple thefts. I believe they said over the last week at minimum, it was about 48 break-ins and or thefts. Right now, of course, well, I can't say that they didn't do it, right? Because maybe, right? Kids are just stealing things. They're not even stealing to make money. They stealing just to go joyriding because they learned, somebody taught them how to steal a vehicle. So now you literally go and take something that don't belong to you. You run from the police and then you crash into a car, killing a man that I'm sure had a family that loved him. Right? The brother was only 6 minutes away from his house. So at the end of the day, now this young brother is literally being charged as an adult, right? Because of the actions that he done. The rest of them are in the juvenile center, right? Throwing away at your life before it even starts. All over 30 seconds of fun, so to speak, right?
Hey, that happened down the street from my house, like from around the corner from the crib.
Yep.
At that mobile gas station.
Yep. Yep, that's exactly what happened at.
Police suspect Marsh and the 4 juveniles, ages 15 through just 11 years old, were behind about 15 car break-ins, thefts, and attempted thefts in South Warren days before the chase. Officers say they spotted the group wearing ski masks as they drove through a South Warren neighborhood near Fairfield in Georgiana last Thursday. The crash is now fueling debate over police pursuits. Chief Hawkins says supervisors monitor each one.
It is important to note that our police pursuits are down roughly 45% over the most recent 3 years. And roughly 60% of those pursuits were terminated either by an officer or by a supervisor.
Chief Hawkins and Macomb County Prosecutor Pete Lucido want tougher penalties for drivers who run from police, saying lives are at stake.
I suggest that the legislature act immediately on this. Doing nothing is not an option.
Meanwhile, Washington's family says they're praying for the young suspects while grappling with their own heartbreak.
The sad part is I won't be able to see my brother no more. Their family can go and visit them. They gonna get out soon. I can't see my brother no more.
And Marsh is being held at the Macomb County Juvenile Justice Center without bond. The other 4 suspects are facing charges in juvenile court. As for Remius Washington, he will be laid to rest July 11th. In Warren, I'm Randy Wembley, 7 News Detroit.
Never easy.
So, that's that, right? Now, let me get this scripture before we go back to some other videos, right? I want to get this. Let's go to Jeremiah 16, because this is exactly what's happening. Start at read verse 10. Wait, let me see, 10 or 9. Start at verse 9.
All right, this is the book of this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 9. But thus says the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our power?
Mm-hmm.
Then shalt thou say unto them, because your forefathers have forsaken me,
Mm-hmm.
and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law.
They have not kept the law, right? This is what this lesson is going into is we're gonna go over some laws, right? We're gonna go over some laws, any law in particular. If you see a law, even in the chat, y'all post it in the chat, right? Because at the end of the day, had these young boys grew up in the law, right? Let's just say the 10 Commandments only. Thou shalt not steal, right? That would kept that incident from happening. Simple. If the other sister, right, honored her mother and father, she would also, even having her own young ones, teach them the right way. That wouldn't have happened, right? None captivity wouldn't have happened if we kept the law, right? Go ahead, verse 12.
Verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me.
And that's exactly what we do as a people. We start stealing cars, right? We make it look cool. They create a movie, you know what I'm saying, which is still one of the weakest movies in general. Like once you get older, you would literally see like the movie New Jersey Drive. It's just, pretty much about rundown black neighborhood and brothers stealing cars and getting locked up over it, so on and so forth, right? And you see that, and we may look at it as a stupid movie, but it's reality. It's what we do. We steal cars, then we go to jail. We get mad at our parents for either not coming to visit us or coming to visit us and getting on us, and we think the parents are the enemy, when no, it's you, the young child, that don't know no better. Most of these parents didn't teach them how to steal a car per se, but they let them be idle enough to where they got time to learn how to steal a car instead of taking the time to learn these laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? Read verse 13.
All right, verse 13. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye knew not.
That's how we got here in Detroit, in New York, right? In Texas, Cali, Atlanta, and all over this Western Hemisphere, North Central, South America. That's how we got here. Go ahead.
Neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor.
And this is where we serving other guys, right? We serve and learn how to use tools to break in houses, to break in cars, right? To literally sell drugs. We learning the ins and outs of all of that, right? Learning how to run credit card scams. If you got the time to learn how to run a credit card scam, you could have been done made that money just working a regular job. But you take the time to learn how to basically nigger rig and get into a credit card, right? And even watch movies. As a matter of fact, what's the name of the movie, man, with Marlon Wayans and what's the name when they was doing the credit card things and they was using dead people's
home money?
Yeah, kind. Right? They make those movies like that, and it does, I ain't gonna say nothing but give people ideas, but it does. One of the things is it's gonna give you an idea. Hey, that ain't a bad idea. If I go get a dead person, somebody that just died, I can get their stuff and I can run their credit. And people do it. And guess who's starring in the movies? It's us. We see that in the movies, we gonna go do it. We hear it in the song, we gonna go do it. Right? So it's a bunch of wickedness.
Can I ask something? Or is you done with Jeremiah?
I'm done with Jeremiah.
All right, let me get Deuteronomy 6:4, right? Like for both of the things, right? The woman in the video, when she said, how do you let your child be out late at night? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it is the child's fault, but it starts from home, right? Because the Most High, he gave us command as parents, what we supposed to do. As a parent, you are the guardian, you are the leader, you are the person that's going to show them life. So when you allow your child to watch the movies like you just said, right? Understand, I'm not saying that, hey, you watch this, you let your child watch these things, man, and you're a horrible parent. Not saying that at all. But when you let your child grow up watching these certain movies with no type of direct order or even knowing how your child is, it becomes the parent's fault. And then guess what? It's the child's fault still at the same time. Whether the child did the crime, where was the parents at? Where was the let's sit down and talk, right? Because parents should be talking to their children.
Okay.
I don't care what age they think they are when they're at that teenage age. Hey, they think when they turn in that teenage age that they are adults. So as a parent, you should know that you was once a teenager, that you wanted to be an adult. So therefore, you should implement that and let your child have no privacy. Your kid should not have no privacy in your house.
Okay.
Period. How you going to let your child have privacy in your house? How you going to let him or her have her door shut all day, every day, and you don't know what's going on in that room? There's no way. How you dare for them to have a lock on their door acting like they want everybody out? Because they lock their door, they locking you out. How you going to get locked out of your own home? Ain't no way. That's my room. I pay the bills. So you're just standing there because I allow you. But this is the reason why they fall short. Let me get verse 4.
That's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
Is one Lord, right? Go ahead.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
These words, right? As an adult to a teenager, I mean, from the adult parenthood, when you having children, these words shall be coming out of your mouth. You have to really think about it. Look how we came up. If none of us that wasn't born in this truth, man, we came out wow. Why? Because our parents didn't teach us this stuff. They didn't know the Bible. Even if they went to church, the church didn't teach them to say, teach the children the law, statutes, the commandments.
Okay.
We didn't know. Like our parents didn't know. Even when I became a father, I didn't know in the beginning about the truth. So guess what? My kids celebrating all kind of wickedness, right? Doing what they want to do. I'm being that parent where it's like, hey, man, go ahead and enjoy. I'm being that laid back parent. Because that's what it is. When you don't teach your children the laws, you being a laid back parent. And that's why these kids get into a whole bunch of stuff, right? Go to verse 7.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
Look up the word diligently, right? Because that's not everybody's word, term, favorite word that comes out of their mouth, right? So the Most High said, and thou shalt teach them diligently, right?
So it means to sharpen, wet, sharpen, to sharpen, teach incisively. All right, to be pierced.
And that intensively, right? That intensively, you got to be showing the intense of the law. You got to make sure they feel the law, right? You just can't be just saying a bunch of words and they don't know what you're saying. You got to make them feel the law, right? Go back. You can't be teaching your children just anything, just say, oh, God said this. No, make them feel the law. They shall be pricked for what the things they about to do if they understand the law. Read that again.
Okay.
No, not that. Go back to Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Salakia, my bad, bro. Go back to the scripture. I just wanted to bring that diligently out, right? We got to be real about this when we teach our children.
Okay. All right. It says, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house.
So you should be watching what they looking at on their tablets, the cell phones. Hey, man, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, when she was here, she had no privacy on her phone. We went through all them text messages. And guess what? We stopped the problem before the problem happened, right? And whether she got mad at us or not, We stop the problem before it happened. Why? Because that's what a parent do when we trying to save them for some sugar honey iced tea. Right? Go ahead.
And when thou walkest by the way.
Right? When they walk us by the way, we got to show them, hey, when I taught you that law, remember what we read earlier or what we read last week or what we was talking about? Look, when we out there in public, you see that young lady with blonde hair, that's a sin. She shouldn't be doing that. That's dirty leper. See the lady with the short dress on? See the young lady wearing that? You don't do that. You wear a whole dress to cover yourself. You're supposed to teach that. Because if you don't teach that, guess what? The young ladies are going to wear short shirts. And then if you don't teach the man to wear what he needs to wear as a man, what he's going to wear? He's going to wear dress lipstick.
God.
Because you're not teaching them the law.
Mm-hmm.
It starts again from the parents. Rather the parents didn't know, you still should know better when you say you believe in God, then pick up the book you say you believe in. If you believe in God, then read the Bible then and see if you really believe in God. But when you dismiss the Bible, that shows me and that tells me you don't believe in God because you believe in with everything that's around you that entertains you. Continue.
And when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
You should be every morning telling your child, not morning, before you lay down, it should be. Not saying everybody's house is the same, but everybody should be praying as a family before they lay down because you're not promised to wake up to see another day. And when you rise up, you should be giving glory to the Most High God. So when you see these kids that's out there doing those things, they ain't been taught none of these things. They rise up and think to do evil. They lay down and laugh with the evil things that they did. Right? Verse 8.
And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand. And they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes.
They shall always be locked into your kid's mind. Right? And you and go ahead, verse 9.
And thou shalt write them upon the post of thy house and on thy gates.
Right. The law should be given in your home. If you say you were Israelite repented, then it should be laws opening in your home for your children to abide by. You should be diligently cutting them up with the laws. They should have some type of feeling and fear of the Most High. Just don't teach them what this is and what that is. Make them fear God. Because if they don't, then guess what? You got kids that's running out of the gas, running by the gas stations, colliding with a car, running from the cops, not surrendering, killed the man, and moved on, and now he locked up as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And that's what happens when we don't obey the God that we supposed to serve. We're not laying there.
Okay. All right, and I'm glad this. Because you had those group of teenagers, right? Taking a little 11-year-old, even at that, right? Even though, we know they 14, 15, 17. Hey, this is the law. Right? Exodus 23, verse 2.
All right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in the cause to decline after many to wrestle judgment.
All right, so they're not supposed to follow the multitude to do evil. Right? And if you have any kind of something with your child, right? I guarantee half these children probably ain't even get whoopings. At minimum, right? If you don't teach them to fear the Most High, you teach them to fear you at minimum. You know what I'm saying? And that in and of itself is still serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because the children are honoring their mother and their father. You know what I'm saying? And if you teach them at minimum to honor your mother and their father, you would not end up with situations like that. Right. So let me go to something else. Right. So let me go.
And while you go, I'm gonna add something to that multitude. Even when you allow them to follow the multitude to do evil, a lot of that is mostly accusing people for what they didn't do in the crowd. So you got people out there picketing. You got children out there at those little riots and those riots acting like clown too. So hey, why are you letting your child go out there and do some marching when it ain't got nothing to do with them, man? Talk to your kids, man. Talk to your children for real.
Okay. Right. So this is another reporter from Fox 2, right? And this is a report that came in yesterday. Right. So the post says Grosse Pointe Public Schools, which is maybe 10 minutes away from my house, 10, 15 minutes, right? Depending on what school you're heading to, right? It says Grosse Pointe Public Schools acting superintendent Dr. Roy Bishop Jr. issued a letter to the community responding to backlash the district received for an event. Look at this, y'all. On an elementary school property that featured a drag performance where young children handed out bills to adult performers. Right? So this is nothing but confusion here. Right? Elementary school, number one, you teaching them against what the scripture said. We know, and we're gonna get it, Leviticus 20:13, because there may be some people that come across this video that ain't never read that in the Bible, right? But you're teaching them against that. You're teaching them against Deuteronomy 22:5. A man shall not wear that which pertains to a woman, right? And if you one that want to throw in, hey, a man shouldn't wear that which pertains to a stripper, right? You could throw that on in there too, right? Not adding to the Bible, I ain't doing that, but I'm just saying. Then you're teaching them to literally, it's okay to give prostitutes money, right? So this is, you got all this confusion going on at an elementary school, right? And people think they thought it was okay, right? They thought it was okay. Look, and we see who there. I'm just saying, like, right, like in this little picture, you see who there.
Can't
right?
look at that picture no more, bro.
God. Right? And then you got fools in the comments. Look, let me show y'all some of these comments. All right, so this is, and we know these are enemies, but still, at the same time, it's still our people go to those schools. It's still our people live in their neighborhoods, even though it's considered a suburb, but our people still are there.
Okay.
Right? At least maybe 20 to 30% of the school are our children. Right? So it says, this one fool says, attendance was voluntary and determined by families. Some of y'all need to get some reading comprehension. Actually read the letter. No, everybody, including the other nations, should have a problem with this. All right? Everybody. Even these other nations. This is why they can't be saved, because they all for this. Right? They all for this crap. All right, let's see another one. All right. Let's see. It says, what I keep wondering is if it was Taylor Swift and Chappelle Roan, whoever that is, impersonator wearing the same outfits, would there still be this outrage? People defending this garbage. Right? They defend. You got some people in here that's going in, but it's the fact that it's people defending this, talking about women in the entertainment business versus people, men. I'm not going to say people, men dressing up in drag as women and giving these young babies, whether it's fake dollar bills, whether it's real dollar bills, whatever, whether it's wrote out, you write it on a piece of paper, right? You think that that's having fun? And our kids got to go to these schools? Like, come on, bro. A bunch of wickedness. So let me get out of here. Let's go. We gotta get the scripture. Because it's somebody out there that don't know. Somebody out there that don't know. So let's go. You already know what to read.
All right, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 13. They man also lie with mankind, as he lie with as he lieth with a woman. Both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
Their blood gonna be upon them, man, at the end of the day. Now, the ignorant person may say, well, who was lying with anybody? Look, ain't gotta go that far. We know what you're doing. Right? We know what you're doing. You doing it. It's confusion. You run confusion in the earth, right? I'm not gonna even say in our community because it's them. But again, our kids still go to those schools. They still live on the blocks with those other children. So now, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna have, because children are innocent, right? Even the little Edomite babies, you know, with the Israelite babies, guess what? They're gonna see each other. They see each other as children. They in school together. Are they gonna talk to each other? Sure, because we don't teach our kids to, hey, go be rude to little Esau. We don't teach them that, right? We teach them to have manners, be respectful, and in the meantime, until they are old enough to understand that that's their enemy, they're going to act like children. They're going to play with them. So, and then they're going to have influence on each other. You're going to have the little Edomite babies thinking that this is okay. And then you have our children that we're teaching against that. And now they're running confusion. Your child is coming home and asking you, hey, dad, hey, mom, hey, is this okay? Such and such said that it's not a problem if you do this. You got your little boy coming home touching his sister dials, wanting to do her hair. You know what I'm saying? And if your little boy got hair on top of his head, he want to put it as how women have it. Right? You have all of this stupidity going on, right? And our people fall victim to it. Why? Because they have no laws. You see what happened with Lot. Right? You see what happened with Lot. Lot told them, hey, I'll give you one of my daughters. They say, we don't want her. And people don't think that this place is Sodom and Gomorrah. But they wanted the angel, the brother that they seen, so they can have their way with him. Right? Literally rioting, beating on this man's door. Wickedness, man.
Are you going on to another subject, or you still on here?
You can go ahead. You can go ahead and add.
Like what they was doing, you said in that article, what you read, that they was throwing out money?
Yep, it says, I'm gonna read it again. This is it says they received backlash for an event on an elementary school property that featured a drag performance where children handed out bills to adult performers.
So let's see what the law talks about that, right? So us men and even women, we're not supposed to be doing these things, right? So let me get Deuteronomy 23 and 18. Right. So we have to make this makes all the sense in the world, right? We're not supposed to do none of these things, right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23 and verse 18. Thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore.
They shall not what?
Bring the hire of a whore.
So where you find a lot of whores at the strip club. Throwing money, right? So when we talking about wifing these people up, we're not supposed to be doing that. A woman is supposed to be your companionship. She's supposed to be your helpmeet, not your whore meat. You know what I'm saying? She's not just there to be a whore and that's it. She's supposed to be your backup. And she's your extra plan when life ain't going right with you, right? She's there to build you up, not for you just to lay and pay money to hire for her to lay down with her, right? Go ahead.
Or the price of a dog.
The price of a dog is talking about a male prostitute, right? That is considered as a male prostitute, right? That's what they used to do in those temples. Men used to be selling themselves for sex too. So that's the same thing. Right, go ahead.
Into the house of the Lord thy God for any vow, for even both of these are abomination unto the Lord.
That's an abomination to the Lord. So you guess what you're doing? When you're raising these children and they see what you're doing, hey, you're showing how to prostitute. You also showing how to throw money at a stripper. You also showing how to, again, paying for sex. That's what you're doing. And you also paying for entertainment so you can get off. That's what you're doing. And guess what else you're showing the children? To go onto the internet and look that up. Go on these websites and start looking that up while the parents' back is their backs against the children, and the child on a cell phone or a tablet got those memories watching that nasty, wicked devil dressing like a woman. That's what they doing. They looking that up, and they're curious. Kids is curious. They see something. They get entertained by easily wicked things. It don't take much for them to get entertained by. Got to be on the children, man.
Okay. And I just bring this out. I'm gonna read it. It's just going right along with what you just saying, right? So Leviticus 19:29, it says, "Do not prostitute thy daughter, to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness." You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you do, right? Because let's just say, because a child, they know right from wrong too, right? So they'll come up and be like, okay, hey, I ain't finna go this far. I ain't messing with no man that's looking like no woman. But hey, I'm gonna go on the strip club with the women all day. And I'm gonna be handing them dollar bills to, to go into private booths, so on and so forth. Right? Then one thing leads to another. You either get a disease or you get her pregnant with children that you don't want. Now she sucking you dry for child support. It's just a whole big mess.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And they come from, I'm gonna play this video, right? They come from these sisters, y'all. Let's see. Where you at? Right here. Right? And we're gonna pull this scripture up too from the good brother Kazak that he put this up here. All right, but let's check out this video. And right now, disclaimer, you use a bunch of foul language, right? But I'm letting y'all know that if y'all want to clear the kids out, you know what I'm saying? She use a bunch of foul language, right? So here we go.
Miserable, because you don't need, you need yourself. Do you think your mother need a man?
I do.
For what?
For everything. I mean, it makes it easier. Life.
You think females need men?
Yes.
I could use my rose and get my nut off. I never needed a man.
But everything is not about sex, though.
Everything not money-wise. I'm a whole pharmacy technician. I get money.
So, hey, she a pharmacy technician, right? She make all the money. She don't need no man. She don't need a man to raise her kids. She gonna raise them. And they gonna grow up to act just like she's acting, right? And then you'll have, you know what I'm saying, the sons coming up not respecting women. You'll have the daughters coming up not respecting men, acting just like she's acting, right? Go back a little bit.
She don't need a man, but I guess she gonna paint her whole entire house and bring all her stuff when she moves in her home.
You're gonna change the oil.
Exactly. Okay, you got it.
She gonna do all that by herself.
I'm a whole pharmacy technician. I get money. Man's money. I have a salary out here.
So and then I don't even want to touch that. Like, I don't know the average amount that pharmacy techs make. Especially, I mean, of course, if you've been doing it for a while, you make some decent money. You know what I'm saying? But really, in today's time, right? What you gonna get? You ain't gonna get no whole house. You gonna get a 2-bedroom apartment, maybe, depending on where you living at. And like the brother said in New York, them apartments, you gotta pay $2,000 a month, $1,500, $2,000 a month, on top of making sure your car is up with its maintenance, making sure you got gas money, making sure you got enough food to eat, right?
Hey, Salaki, I looked it up just to expose her. A technician of a pharmacy technician, they make in the starting point between $18 to $20 an hour. So if you want to add more years to that, you say you want to make the decent amount, you probably be around like 40, 50,000. That ain't no money. In this day's time, you can forget it. So yeah, all right.
All right.
That makes a
I
lot of
need man. Men don't do but you over, take your life, beat out you, kill you maybe. Come on now, real men. Let me find a real man in the city.
So do you ever plan to get married to a man, or like, are you with a man?
Yes,
Or
I want to get married. I do want to get married.
But she want to get married. She don't need him. She don't need him. I want to get married. Who you think gonna want to marry you? Right, acting like that.
She sound like you from Baltimore.
Probably. I don't know where this is. But it's
That's how they sound. No Baltimore sound like that.
God. Yeah, man. So it's literally like, which one is it? You don't need one. You want to get married, right? What you want to do? You want to get married to somebody you just gonna boss around? That's really what it sounds like. She don't really want to get married. She just want a grown child to yell at. Go back a little bit.
I want to get married. I do want to get married.
So you would say the same thing to your husband?
I'm straightforward. I'm blunt. I'm going to say what the I want to say. If you don't like it, get the around me. I'm very aggressive. And my husband going to know I'm aggressive. You're miserable.
See that, man? You see how soft she got when she say, yeah, I want to get married. And then he say, you going to talk to your husband like this? Hey, she jumped right back on it. Right? It's foolishness. It's foolishness. So let's get that scripture the brother posted, man.
That's why the women be getting laid out like that, man. You want to be aggressive, and that's what you do, and then now you get like that. The man put his hands on you, and then now you victim. Now you victim. Now you a woman now. That stuff.
As a matter of fact, hey, this would have been a perfect scripture even for the last one. So let's start at verse 9.
God. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and verse 9. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and subtle of heart.
See that? She was subtle of heart, right? Probably, of course, we couldn't see her all of her clothing. More than likely, attire of a harlot, right? What else is said about her?
All right. She is loud and stubborn.
She is what?
Loud and stubborn.
She don't need no man.
She is loud and stubborn.
But she want to get married.
She is loud and stubborn.
Go ahead.
Her feet abide not in her house.
Her feet wouldn't even abide in her house because she feel like she's running everything. She top dog. Right? And we know that these are the children that are born, these same children that's going out stealing cars, right? That's going out getting women pregnant, not taking care of their responsibilities, right? These are the same type of mothers that are raising these children, right? You say you want to get married, a man will go ahead and take that risk, but then turn around and you're loud and stubborn, so he out. Right? He like, I ain't dealing with that.
God.
All right, so go ahead, verse 12.
Okay, hold on. Time out. Hey man, just said it text me, says some women talk that stuff and be the ones bowing down too, but tell others not to. And that's so real. Just because she on the camera and she wanted to make herself look tough and hard. Really the woman, when that man really pick her up off her feet, she cooking, she's doing everything, but then she'll tell another woman, nah, you don't do that to no man, but she the one bowing down to him. Get out of here. That's for real, man.
God.
All right, verse 12. How is she without?
See that? She without a man, without knowledge. Right? she ain't got nothing. Right? She out, she doing whatever she want, right? She is without. Go ahead.
God, for real. Now is she without Now in the streets.
Right? Literally in the streets. Literally talking like that.
Hey, that's a good one to bring it with that. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner.
Lieth in wait at every corner. She trying to catch the next man that'll take her in. Right? Like you said, talking all that trash and be begging for a man. Ain't no good men out here. Well, you think you a good man, so what you need one for? I don't get it.
Hey, Mike got a good point again, and I know what he mean by this. Like Cardi B, right? So you got to think like what Cardi B be saying in her music is this. I got this nigga doing this, nigga doing that. I'll do this, this nigga do that. She sound like she's a whore all through that music. But when she's at home, she's a woman of trying to keep her house up. She will take care of her man. But rather how it went, hey, she's one of the women that is submissive. And she literally said it in her mouth. But she don't say it in her records.
Okay.
That's real, man.
All right. Let's get a couple more, right? And then we're gonna start diving into some of these laws, y'all. All right. So let's see. Now we're gonna get the foolish woman. Look at this, y'all. Now y'all see this, right? Y'all see this. I'm gonna pause this, right? Now I'm gonna come out of here. I gotta come. I'm gonna stop staring at my screen. I want y'all in the chat, right? Literally tell me what nation y'all think this is that's driving on the lawn like this, y'all. I'm coming into the chat. I want y'all to say, right? What nation? Y'all either say heathen or y'all say Israelite.
Israel, dog. Israel ain't trying to walk up to no thing, dropping off no packages. Israel. That's a nigger night, man. That's a nigger night.
I want to see somebody in the chat. I want who is driving on the lawn like this, y'all.
That's a nigger night, man. Nigger night for sure, boy. We too lazy to walk up there, dog.
Sister Harris say Israel. All right. And I'm gonna let the whole thing play because they're gonna sit in the car for a minute, right? They're trying to find a package.
Israel, boy.
God.
And as soon as I seen them driving on the grass, I knew that was Israel. That's why I laughed immediately, dog. Whew.
God, man. Let's see. What else we got?
Gotta play that video.
God, like Allah got Northern Kingdom, Israel, right? Avalon, they all got it. It's all Israel, man.
Man, that might be Judah. I don't know. That's a Judah. That's a Judah move.
Hey, this is sad, y'all. This is sad. All right, so let me go back.
Oh, Israel, boy.
Look at this. Let me blow this up, y'all. Let me blow it up too, so y'all can definitely see.
Tear that line up, dog.
All right, because when I saying this, I'm just like, oh my God.
See, this is why we can't get along. We fighting for that, man.
Man. This is crazy.
I bet you it's a brown skinned Judah, dog.
Yep. Look. Right now, we see, yeah, she pregnant. Okay, she pregnant, but you see this long driveway right here. Right. There's no cars. Ain't no cars there. And then look how casually she gets back in, and look how casually she drives off. Watch this, y'all. Now, come on, bro.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Foolishness, man.
Man.
And if they fire her, she'll probably say, "What you firing me for?"
Oh my God.
Mosquitoes need blood.
Right? Like, come on, man.
Oh my gosh, dog. Israel, boy.
This is us as a people. That's us, y'all.
Hey, can you get Jeremiah 17:4, bro? Please. Please. That fit the whole description, dog. That's what that is. No, Salakia. Is it 7? Is it 5? What is it? My people are destroyed a lack of knowledge.
Oh, you talking about Hosea?
Hosea. Is that 5 and 4? 4 and 5, one of them?
Nah, it's
I think it's 4 or 5.
4 and 6.
4 and 6 kind. Yeah, we gotta get that.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge."
No, my God. So we know this is Israel, boy. That's how you can see how that car pulled up right on the grass. Don't have a care in the world, man. That's destroyed of lack of knowledge. Common sense tells you to park your car on the side of that driveway, go in there, get out the car, and drop the package off like anybody else would do. But what Israel do? This is why we always want to play victim to everything. When someone starts shooting at you, and someone starts firing up on you, and then you got every excuse, all you was trying to do was what? Was cause problems. That's it. All I was trying to do, I ain't saying that to him. Okay.
And then she'll try to use the "oh, I'm pregnant. I can't walk that far." You ain't gotta walk that far. Get off the grass.
Hey, it's good for the baby. You supposed to be walking anyway to bring the baby down. What's wrong with you? You shouldn't got pregnant. You shouldn't be working then if you can't handle it.
Okay.
But hey, she might be the one. I don't need a man.
That's what it looked like when you don't need a man. It looked just like that.
Hey, she looked like if that man would have came out the house, if it was a man, I'm calling my brothers. I'm calling my cousins. And they will defend her. They will defend her instead of looking like, why did you get on my man's grass? Because you know what Israel do when they don't got no laws? They ask questions later. Take the action first and ask questions later. We don't care. Rather we see the situation, what it is. What do Israel do? Hey, no, I got you. You family, I got you. And we're going to ride no matter what. We're going to ride or die. And this mug is off. And that's why we're off, because when we got the laws, we can sit back and be like, hold on. Why is it like tire marks on this grass? Well, I was just trying to go ahead and, drop off the delivery. A righteous man gonna say, oh, heck no. What you need to do, according to the law, what it speaks about, if you break something, you gotta pay for that. You gotta pay for that. So you gotta pay for my man's law. Simple as that. But go ahead, man.
It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge.
You had rejected the laws of God. Go ahead.
I will also reject thee."
When you don't got God, that's the kind of thinking you have. Go ahead.
"That thou shalt be no priest to me."
Right, because you ain't going to be able to define in what's right or wrong, right? Go ahead.
"Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children."
So now you're going to look ashamed in the world. So guess what? The first thing, I laughed because I knew the ignorance of Israel. And it ain't really funny, but you see the stupidity of what our people do when they lack the knowledge of God. That's it.
God, so let me get one. Go to Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 3.
Hey man, that's a classic video, dog. I can see that again off this class, dog. And that lady, and she didn't see nothing wrong with it either.
Yeah, she just she casually. Hey, I'm about to get this out, get this package delivered. I'm gonna get back in the car, turn around all slow. All right, so let's go. You can start at verse 11.
God. All right. This is the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 11. For whoso despises wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. Their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable.
Mm-hmm.
Their wives are foolish.
They what?
Their wives are foolish.
And what else?
And their children wicked.
Their children wicked because they don't know nothing. They don't know better. They do stupid stuff like this and then try to point the finger. You always trying to talk about the black person. They don't do this. This is why. This is why the nations wag their heads. Right? And we even do it at our own people. This is why. It's stupidness. All right, verse 13.
Their offspring is cursed. Wherefore blessed is the bearing that is undefiled, which have not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit in the visitation of souls.
See that? So blessed is the woman that is a righteous sister, that keeps the laws, statutes, and commandments, that teach them to her children diligently. Right? Blesses that woman. I think I got one more, y'all. Maybe two more. And then we're gonna dive into some laws, right? So where we at? Did I save it? I don't think I saved that one. Nope, doesn't look like I saved one of them. Because I'm not just gonna get on the sisters. I'm gonna come back to this one. I know what I could do because it's literally right on my post. That's what I could do. Right? Yeah, it's right down here. One more. Hold on. We almost there. Right here.
So there's no situation where you would snitch?
No, none at all.
So there's no situation where you would snitch?
No, none at all.
Okay, let me ask you a question. We leave out of here.
Yeah.
And we jump in my car together.
Yeah.
We get pulled over and they find a gun in my car.
All right.
And I said, I don't know whose it is, even though it's mine.
Yeah.
And you know it's mine.
Yeah.
You don't bring a gun.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know whose it is.
Yeah.
Would you say that's blasphemy?
I would never tell on you, cuz we both going to jail.
We're both going to jail.
We both going to jail.
So you will go to jail.
So he gonna go to jail. He gonna take the rap, right? He don't know nothing about it. I ain't told you it was in here or nothing. Hey, I'm gonna take the rap, right? This is the mind of a black quote unquote thug, right? I don't even know who this guy is.
That's Crip Mac.
Oh, whoever that is.
Yeah, Crip Mac, supposed to be a Crip and everything. He be saying some crazy stuff. Nothing entertaining, brother.
God.
Because I'm not taking responsibility for my own
strict code in my moral in life to the day I die is to stand on citizenness through 55th Street the rest of my life. We're both going to jail.
We're both going to jail.
Me and you. We're going. Pack your now.
There is a serial killer living next to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that he just killed a kid. Would you call the police on him?
Never.
Really?
Never.
A serial killer?
Never. There's no form you can snitch ever in life.
Okay.
You can't come cat from it, hood. It'll make your dead homeboys cry in their grave. I never want that.
And for the sisters that may not understand the language, right? By him being the Crip, he can't say any words that begin with the letter B, so he put a C in front of it and pronounce it. And it's he sounds as stupid as he looks. But let's keep it.
A dirty cop put some on you that aren't yours.
Yeah.
Would you tell on the cop?
Hell no.
Is that telling?
Yes.
On a cop?
Anybody.
Really?
Yes.
Do you realize this puts you at a disadvantage in life?
I know.
You're okay with that?
It's what it is. Come and stay on this Crip until the day I'm gone.
Okay.
That's for real.
So even though
standing on business,
even though people told on you, you would never tell on them.
neighborhood crip, never.
So you wouldn't tell on someone who just told on you.
Never. Once you're a rat, you're gone. I live by street morals and codes. Earning stripes, gangbanging. Take your feds in jail, cracking enemies down. And also, can't let your dead homeboys just stirring in their grave. I'll never tell on nobody.
So
I'll never be.
He worried about his dead homeboys turning in his grave when the scriptures say the dead knoweth nothing. And clearly he don't know nothing either. Right? So he's spiritually dead.
My dead homeboys cry or sad.
You have a daughter, right?
I have, Kalani Bear.
Okay. Somebody,
that's my baby.
Let's just say somebody killed your daughter and you can't get to them. You can't get to them. You have to cooperating with the feds. Someone kidnaps your daughter and they want a ransom, and you have to, the only way to get out of this is to cooperate with the feds.
I could never.
Your own daughter.
Damn. I can't tell, hood. We'll never snitch.
All right, that's enough of that. I don't even want to watch the last 20 seconds. That's just foolish.
Oh.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Hold on.
We leave out of here. So there's no...
Stop.
Yeah. We jump in my car together.
Yeah.
We get pulled over.
Get that off of my screen. All right. Gonna be one more. But before I go to that, we got to go right to the law, because this is a lot of us, right? Now, in certain situations you have, which I'm gonna touch on it. I'm gonna touch on it in 1 second, but we're gonna read the law. We're gonna read this law first. So go ahead.
All right. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 5 and verse 1. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness, whether he have seen or known of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
Right. So if he don't let it be known to the proper people going through the right channels, right? They say snitches get stitches. Hey, no, snitches, the non-snitches burn. Right? The non-snitches get put to death. Because the scripture literally let us know, right? Hey, if you sin, you got to tell it. And I still say this will still be one of the hardest laws to ever keep, especially knowing, like, and all of Israel at some point or another more than likely broke this law. We all know some type of criminal in our family that maybe even took the life of someone, sell drugs, right, on the run from the police for something illegal that they done, and we ain't saying nothing, right? And this is one of those ones where, how would you do? You know your brother killed somebody. Police coming to your house looking for him. Are you gonna do the right thing? Right? Now, history has it to where we don't really care whether he did it or not. We know that y'all get away with locking our people up, so we're gonna refrain from saying anything, right? And even knowing this law, that's more than likely what I would do. Just being honest. Just being honest with myself. I know that it's breaking the law. But at the same time, the law is the law. We gotta know what the law says. And we gotta do our best to do it. Whatever's being said. Being said or done. Salaki. All right. So let me go back. I'm gonna play this last video, y'all. And this is literally somewhat of correction, right? He's asking his son something that he's doing, right? So let me go, right? Trying to teach his son accountability. This is what he's doing.
I'm asking you now to be upfront with me to see if you done got the cell phone. Have you been in our room and got that cell phone?
Right. So he was put on punishment, got his cell phone taken. Right. So he's asking him the clear question.
Yes, sir. You positive? Yes.
Keon, you better not have no phone.
So you know, if I'm asking you something, I already know the answer to it. guess so. I don't have my phone.
Keon, you better not have that phone.
I don't know where you put it at. You don't know where I put it at? No, sir? Okay. So the point of it is, when I looked at my cell phone, I pinged the cell phone.
Keon lied.
A few minutes ago. You know where that cell phone says that? Right here. On the back side of the house.
What?
I don't got it. So you mean to tell me the cell phone is out here somewhere? It's saying it's out here. So apparently somebody took it and put it out here?
Keon lying. Who?
Where she went to? Because I don't see her. Where did she go to? She went around the house.
Who he say?
Okay.
Who he say?
You said she got it. Yes, sir. You ain't got it on you. Put the ball down.
Put the ball down, Keon.
You ain't got the cell phone on you. But what you holding your arm like that for?
See, that's why y'all be getting your ass kicked.
Why are you holding your arm like that? And I'm asking you nicely. Y'all said I was too hard on you, so I'm talking to you nicely. Do you have a cell phone? Let me see.
Let's see.
Hold your hands out.
Hold your hands out.
You ain't got the cell phone. All right. So what's that in your pocket, Keon?
What's in your pocket, Keon?
Where did this come from?
Keon.
So look, now who taught him to lie? Right? He's being deceptive on his own. Right? Now, yes, you punish him, you take his phone. But what law do you teach him? Right? Only thing you teaching is, hey, don't lie to me. Right? That's the only thing you're really teaching them in this moment, but it's still showing how to take accountability. Right? This is what we got to do as fathers, right? As parents in general, mothers and fathers, as children, the children that are watching. There's no reason to lie to your parents, right? Because all you're doing is digging a deeper hole, and that's what we do for centuries on in. When we don't know the law, we don't teach the law, right? So I'm gonna leave this here. We just gonna go straight and just get some laws, right? That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start with Exodus 22, right? And we're gonna start right at the top. Well, I want to go down. Let's start at verse 11.
All right. The book of Exodus, chapter 22, and verse 11. Then shall an oath of the Lord be between them both, that he have not put his hand unto his neighbor's goods.
Salaki, that's going into stealing. So let's go down a little further. Let's start at verse 16.
All right. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 22, and verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
Right? This is not happening in the Israelite community. This is why you have young children grow up lying to their parents, as we just seen. This is why you have young children that go out stealing cars, get themselves locked up, facing life sentences at the age of 17. Right? Crashing, killing people. This is why you have even our women, right? Because this is on the men right here. Even our women are now, you don't wife the woman that you entice. Now she is all distraught. So now she's going around, whatever man want her or whatever man she feel like she would want, she give herself to. Right? When she's supposed to be submissive to you. Right? And only you, in the sense of opening up her legs. But the men ain't taking accountability and taking care of the women that they want to entice. And the women that they lie with. So now it's just a trickle-down effect. This is where you get that curse from Deuteronomy 28, 54, 56. Because they breaking this commandment right here. Right? Go ahead.
Hey, and to add to that, What else they learning? Boyfriend and girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's okay to be a boyfriend and have a boyfriend. It's okay to have a girlfriend. Oh, it's harmless. It's cute. It don't mean about nothing. You know, they don't know. That's puppy love, right? Before you say puppy love, them little girl legs is open. You let the little girl hang out late at night, right? You know what I'm saying? Only thing that's open late at night is legs open.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you let them hang out at a certain time at night. And you got these little young fellas got cell phones, got all type of girls in his call log. Same thing with the woman. Why? Because the parents ain't watching the phones, ain't reading the text messages. And then when when the child finds out, then he tells his uncle or her aunt, they went through my phone and this and that, and then everybody think you the bad parent because you trying to save and protect them before the girl get pregnant, or he mess around, have a baby, and he ain't got enough money to take care of the baby. You're not old enough to even marry a woman. You don't even know about endowing a young lady. You don't know how to pay dowry. You don't know how to do none of that. You don't even have a house. You live under my roof. You know what I'm saying? So why would I not be in your business? Because it's gonna all fall on me and my wife. If that was my kids, fall on me and my wife. So why we the bad parent? Because we in our kids' business. Man, get out of here with that. Kids ain't got no business. Especially in my house, you ain't got no business. Your business is my business.
Exactly. At all. Right.
I ain't your homeboy. And my wife ain't your homegirl. We're your parents. Flat out. Verse 17. If her father utterly refused to give her unto him.
That's what the whole thing was. It wasn't, hey, daughter, you go out and find your husband. Son, you go out and find your wife. It wasn't that. Right? Because the fathers chose who he was going to give his daughter to. And if he didn't, what they got to do? Read the next part.
He shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins.
Right? Because he took that virginity from her without the father's permission. Hey, now you got to pay that money. Right? You got to pay that dowry because you didn't go through the proper channels. You ain't go through the proper hookups. The father didn't know you to begin with. He don't know what family you come from. He don't know if you keep commandments. Right? Because that's how we always do. That's why the scriptures in Proverbs say it's better for a man to have a good name more than riches. Right? Because this is what you get. You get inheritance behind that. Right? A father gives his daughter to you, whatever inheritance or money that he give his daughter, it now becomes yours. Right? He's giving away a piece of his inheritance to a man, and he wants to make sure it's a righteous man, not no wicked Negro. This is why he could literally refuse that, because this is his daughter is in his house, so he runs the whole entire show. But we got away from this as a community. Now we look at it, and even as Israelites, now we look at it from the standpoint, hey, you bring somebody home or whatever, I'll meet them, I'll talk to them, I'll kick it with them, whatever the case is, because times have changed. I'll talk to them, I'll kick it. Right? Times have changed, and now we think that we got to go by everything the way America does. Right? And that's a problem in the Israelite community. Right? It makes it harder on us. We got to deal with it, of course, because we in captivity. You know what I'm saying? You have some brothers that will literally tell their daughters, hey, you ain't marrying nobody but an Israelite and stuff like that. Right? If they're righteous and if they, look at it that way and they grow up and they believe in it, right? Of course. But it's a hard thing. Don't be too hard on your daughters if they don't roll with it that way, right? You don't just kick them out and say the hell with them. No, you gotta still raise them up. And they may bring home a young man that's not in the truth. But it may be your job as her father to bring him along. Your job as a father to raise him up in order to live the righteous way. Right? A lot of people don't forget we in captivity. So everything ain't gonna be how it should be, but we gotta work to get it back to that way. Right? So don't just dismiss your daughter if she don't just outright marry who you say she should marry. Right? Just wanted to bring that out. So go ahead.
All right, verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Go ahead.
Whosoever lieth with a beast shall surely be put to death.
All right, you got these wicked. These is mainly devils that do this, right? What's the I can't bestiality, right? They love lying with animals. The Most High had to make a commandment for this, right? Because we was in that land with them damn dirty Hamites, right? And these are the things that they were doing.
God.
So the Most High had to tell. It should be common sense, but the Most High still put it in His law. Right? I don't know who in the world. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, Esau do it now. That's they love that thing, boy.
Yeah.
That's why they be in love with these animals, man. You don't know what they did to their dog or to their. It's like when you see them hugging and kissing them, man, you know it's a suspect. It's something they did to that animal, boy. They ain't got no shame of that thing
At all. Hey, they it's even to the point like they'll hunch on anything. Right? I don't know. Remember the movie American Pie? When the dude was doing it to a pie, a blueberry pie.
That's crazy.
Right? Just come on, man. But these are the people that the Most High told us don't make a covenant with them. Look at what they do. Why would you even want to make a covenant with that? I don't understand it.
Hey, that's how they think. That's their humor, man. Stuff like that. I ain't never seen that movie, but I heard about that wicked mess, man. But yeah, that this even when you just saying it and I haven't seen it, I definitely ain't gonna want to see it still. You know what I'm saying? Like that just sounds stupid, and that's that white man humor. They the first one to say some weird stuff and think it's funny, dog. They play that gay mess so hard, man. It's just like, dog. That stuff ain't funny with me, dog.
God, at all. But go ahead.
All right, verse 20. He that sacrifices unto any god, save unto the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed.
All right, we understand that. That's clear as day. Go ahead.
You know what? Yeah. Thou shalt not, thou shalt neither vex a stranger, nor oppress him.
All right, so this is your people, Israel. Go ahead.
For ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Hey, and no, people need to hear that. Go back to 21. See, our people need to have better hospitality. You know what I'm saying? You need to have good hospitality. People, you invite people over to your house, they ain't seen you in a long time. Hey, come out here and come visit. They come out there and visit. You go out there, got them working, you got them stressed out, making them go by hardcore rules, not making them feel at home. You know what I'm saying? Just doing the most, right? The Most High. That's why we gotta have that, because you know that's real. You go and visit people treat you like crap. You know what I'm saying? They don't give you good hospitality. You know what I'm saying? They expect for you to come and visit them and you pay for the food. You know what I'm saying? You don't do nothing for them, right? You ain't supposed to make a stranger, which is your people, because they're not familiar with your area. You know, you have people come out and see you. You should be like, yo, come visit and we're going to show you and have a good time. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm glad you came out, but we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't going to cook for you. You go ahead and fend for yourself. That's oppressing a stranger that don't live there. They could be doing that at home. It's no good for that. You know, just mistreat people, man. Your own people, right? But yeah, I just wanted to throw that. Verse 42. Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child.
Do that. The Most High kept them precious. They precious to the Most High, right? Don't afflict them in any manner. Let's look it up. Gonna look up that afflict, so we can make understanding understood, right? It says to be occupied, be busied with, to afflict, oppress, humble, be afflicted, to be bowed down, right? To be put down, become low, to be depressed, right? So, and then even down here, right? It says to humble, mishandle, afflict, right? Why? Because their head is literally gone, right? So you don't make them bow down to kiss the ring, so to speak, right? You uplift, you encourage the widow or fatherless child, because they have to be brought up in righteousness, and we have to teach them the commandments diligently, as thus said in Deuteronomy, right? Because now you become, especially as a spiritual leader, you become a father to the fatherless child, right? Now, are they underneath your roof 24/7? Not necessarily, right? But some people look up to the men, right? Whether it be coaches, whether it be uncle, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be close-knit friend of the family, right? You don't afflict any of them. You take them all in. Ain't no, hey, this child bad. This child, all they do is run around, and we trying to do this and do that, and they just running around distracting everybody. No, they're children. You help get them in order. They're around you, right? They in your congregation. You help get them in order, right? Because the woman don't have the man raising the child anymore. They're a widow. So you got to step in as a brother in this walk to help out. Nobody's saying you got to marry the sister, right? You ain't got to do all of that. Just saying, help provide some structure.
Hey, even out the box, same thing, right? Because everything exactly what you're saying, 100 to 1,000% correct. Also, you have to think about, like, go back up a little bit, verse 22. You got to think also taking advantage of the widow. Like, let's just say that money come in. Let's say the spouse's, her husband passes away, and like, oh, he had a good job. He left some money to her. I'm about to get it all in. I'm about to take
10%. Need that 10%.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got the children taking advantage. Oh, daddy ain't here, so mama, give me some of that money. Or a friend, oh, help me out. I need a new car. I know you got some money. Same thing with a fatherless child. The child may be young. Father passes away, nothing, and he left some money. He get 18, or she gets 18. She gets a hold of that money. Now everybody taking advantage of it. You're taking all the money that the inheritance gave her. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, that also, don't look at, to the audience, never look at the law as one-sided. It's so many sides of the law that fits what the Most High tells us, because this is what Israel do. We try to take advantage of all things, and that's why we got to have these laws written the way it is. All right, verse 24 with 23, right?
23,
if thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry. And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword. And your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless.
All right, so like you said, if you take advantage of them, hey, your wives, but the Most High gonna make sure he take you out. All right, go ahead.
If ye lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as a usurer.
See that? And our people got that bad.
God.
They got that bad. Hey man, I'm giving you this 20. I expect you to give me 30 when you pay me back in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point now where people they they'll literally ask you, hey, I'll give you $20 or give me $20. I'll give you back 30 next week. Like, no, give me back. I tell people, hey, no, what you asked me for, hey, give it back to me if you can. Because I ain't finna give it to you. If I don't have it to give and I know that I'm not, if I ain't finna be okay, like even if it's 2 days, you tell me, hey, I need to borrow $30, I'll pay you back in 2 days. Hey, if I can't make it 2 days without that $30, you won't get it. Right? And that's how our people gotta be. If you don't have it to give, and when I say to give, meaning don't expect it back. Right? Elder Ariala, he the one literally taught me that. He literally say, if you don't have it to give to where like you can, if they don't pay you back, it's gonna hurt you, then don't give it.
God.
You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. Don't give it, and don't be a usurer to the people. Now, if you got it to lend, go right ahead.
God.
Hand it out, right? Don't expect it back, but if you get it back, it's all praises to the Most High.
God. God, you might as well, like, if you got it there, you might as well just keep it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather keep a good relationship with you than to be mad about you because you don't pay me. So hey, if I got it, you got it. You can have it. But if I need it, yeah, I'm just give you back what we that I paid for. So and again, I understand times is short, times is hard, you know. So like me, when I think about owing, man, I feel so guilty what I owe and what I can't provide at this moment. But I know in my spirit that if I can, I would. But I hate that feeling. So no one should never want to feel like they have to owe, especially when you have it. When you have it and you don't pay up, you just wicked. But if you don't got it, man, that's like the hardest to feel, man. Like you kind of feel like, hey man, I hope they don't look at me like this and all that. But I say as long as you stay in communication, as long as you stay around, everybody should know where you at or where you stand at. So like for me, when I get back on my toes, everything I owe, I have to get back. That's simple as that. Because that's wicked when you don't pay back. Simple as that.
Okay. All right, verse 26.
All right, let me just finish it. It said, neither shalt thou lay upon him usury.
Okay.
If thou at all take thy neighbor's raiment to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by the sun go down.
All right. So this is going into an easy way to explain this is your modern your pawn shops, right? How you literally hand it you go in there to give it to them so they can give you money for it, and then you go back and buy it back from them. Now, see what they do is they put usury on it, right? They say you got to pay this much in order to get this back. But this is literally letting you know if somebody's given a piece of clothing, right? You'll see other versions use the word cloak or whatever it is, right? If they give it to you in order to, you getting money back from it or you giving them money, he's letting you know, hey, by the time the sun goes down, hey, give them they clothing back, right? Give them their clothing back. Verse 27 explains it. Explains why.
For that is his covering only.
Mm-hmm.
It is a raiment for his skin, wherein shall he sleep. And it shall come to pass when he crieth unto me that I will hear, for I am gracious.
Okay.
Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people.
Right. So, hey, don't. Let's look up that word revile so people can know what that is too. All right. All right. So it says to be slight, to be swift, be trifling, be of little account, be light. Right. To make despicable, to curse. Right. So don't curse God or the ruler of thy people. That's what that says. So you got your people. This is something that, like the good brother Yashawan, he had that class last week, right? When he was talking about giving the elders, they just do, right? Respecting the elders, respecting the leaders, right? But you got our people out here now saying, hey, they don't know what they talking about. They even go as far as they call them, hey, them old One West niggas be tripping. That's what they say. I seen a post that said that. They call them old One West niggas. Right? Which is wicked. It is wicked as I don't know what, and they don't realize, hey, you ain't respecting the people that came before you, the people that that the Most High used to lay a foundation, right? Regardless if they had everything right. We know that they didn't have everything right. Guess what, Negro? You don't have everything right. And the people that come after you not gonna have everything right until who comes back? Yahweh Shai. All right. Go ahead.
All right. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy ripe fruits and of thy liquors. The firstborn of thy sons shalt thou give unto me.
Right. We always gave the Most High the first of everything. Right. So we ain't making no delay. Right. Your ripe fruits that come, as soon as they come, you offer it. Right. You give it unto the priesthood, make that offering, and you let it rock. Right. Go ahead.
Cain didn't do. Cain didn't bring out his first rights. You know what I'm saying? Cain didn't do it. And remember, it says you also got to bring your firstborn sons. You have to deliver them up back to the Most High and receive it back. Because, like, according to the law, I don't want to butcher it. You know what I'm saying? It's more of you redeem them back, right? You have to redeem them back. You know what I'm saying? Even they rightfully yours, you redeem them back. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, the Most High said all the firstborns. That's why he killed all the firstborns back in Exodus. That was the sign. When he killed all the firstborns, the males, the animals, all that. So when it came to when he built the temple, the law was, now you give me back your first. Everything came back as the firstlings. The animals, except a baby goat that was seething, that was in the mother's milk.
It's seething his mother milk.
Right. So you couldn't do that. Right. But other than that, the firstborn sons, you bring that back to the Most High. All right. And those liquors is talking about the grapevines. You have to bring your vines.
Okay.
All right, verse 30. Likewise, shalt thou do with thine oxen and with thy sheep. 7 days it shall be with his dam. On the 8th day thou shalt give it me.
All right. So hey, you can even, this just not coincides, but just lines up as well on if you want to consider 8th day circumcision. You know what I'm saying? It's still something that's set apart, right? But verse 31.
All right, verse 31. And ye shall be holy men unto me, neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beasts in the field. Cast it to the dogs.
See that? So like if you see an animal, because sometimes they skin is sheds, right? Or whether the animals is fighting each other, right? And it's torn in the field. Hey, you got that piece of meat that's just sitting on the ground. We know who gonna pick it up and eat it, probably raw. Right? We know Esau gonna do that.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, he letting you know, hey, don't mess with that. Same thing as roadkill, right? We ain't supposed to mess with roadkill. We supposed to kill all our food, right? We supposed to do all of that. Ain't no something whether it gets ran over or it die of itself, right? It just fall out and die, and you finna pick it up and eat it. No, hey, that's off. You got something you want to bring up?
No, continue. So man, we can go. You know what? Leviticus 19, real quick.
Okay, hey, that's why I was going anyway.
I want to get the one that going up and down as a tail bear.
Okay.
So, right there, 16.
All right, it's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, starting at verse 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people.
So that word talebearer, right? Let's get that, right? Because that's not a normal word, a normal word we use, right? So let's see what a talebearer is. Is that somebody that's tattling and just snitching on somebody? Or what is it? What is the talebearer, right? Let's see what it says.
Kind of says slander,
slanderer,
talebearer, informer. Strong's definition, a scandal monger, slander, carry tales, talebearer.
So that's gossiping. Walking around just communicating, talking out your ears out your mouth to everybody's ears. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Or some things that are true, right? Because that's what a lot of talebearers do. They bear false witness, and they also create division, right? So when you create division, a lot of that stuff just starts from talebearing, right? Go back to the script.
All right. It says, thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people.
Right. So you should not be gossiping, talking about people. Like this is what's the problem with Israel, period, right? People always got something to say about another brother and sister for whatever reason. For whatever reason. And a lot of it don't even make sense. It really don't make sense. And that just shows if you do that, that's showing how much you hate your own people.
Okay.
That's all it is. I'm going to show you how much I hate you, so I'm going to talk bad about you behind your back.
Okay.
If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing. That's just the old tale. If you ain't got nothing good to say, just don't say nothing. Right? And if you hold that in your mind, then you should be praying in your mind and ask the Most High to remove those thoughts. Because guess what? People talebear. Let's keep it a buck. People talebear. But do you got talebearing under control? Because when it gets out of control, that's when it becomes a problem. Right? Continue.
Okay. And I just wanted to say it's no coincidence that is right before verse 17 and 18 either.
God.
But verse 17, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Oh, no. You didn't finish 16.
Oh, Salakia. I'm going to start from the top again. It says, thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people. Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
Right. So you shouldn't be for it, right? You shouldn't be for it. If you see your neighbor kill somebody or trying to slander that person, you should not stand up with it and say, I agree to it. You ain't supposed to be standing. You're supposed to be separated from that, right? Rather the blood is a kill straight up, because this is like a courtroom thing. You know that the person killed somebody. You shouldn't be like, hey, man, they deserve it if they were innocent. Right? You shouldn't stand up and say you agree to that when it comes to your neighbor. But also, you shouldn't agree with it when they slander your neighbor's name and they butcher their name. You shouldn't agree to that. You should be the one to say, hey, why you talk about old boy or old girl? You need to stop that. Sometimes you got to put the talebearer in check. Like, stop doing that. Because they got to feel some kind of way to make them stop. If you don't make them stop, then they're going to continue to do it. Simple. That's it.
All right. Oh, you can keep reading.
Okay, kind. All right, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
All right, so that's showing hatred, right? Talebearing is showing hatred. Lying to your brother or sister is showing hatred, especially when you're lying about the law, right? That's hatred. That's why it says in any wise, right? No matter how small it is, right? They know they got to keep the Sabbath, but they got this one, it's just one little itty bitty detail that they're doing wrong on the Sabbath, so I'm gonna just let it go. No, it says in any wise, in anything, rebuke thy neighbor, correct them, and not suffer sin upon him. Right now, we understand certain people in certain places in their walk. That's cool, but at the end of the day, hey, I can't suffer sin upon you. I can't allow your worldly flesh to take over and just be like, oh, I got grace and it's gonna be okay. No, you don't know that.
Okay.
You don't know if it's gonna be okay. So this is why the Most High said, "Don't suffer sin upon your people." Right? Go ahead.
All right. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
Right. So love your neighbor as yourself. Ain't no holding grudges. Right. We ain't gonna get into that whole spiel. We done did a few classes on holding grudges. It's not for the best of your people. Because the more you hold the grudge, the more you build resentment.
Okay.
And the further away you get from the Most High.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead.
Ye shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed, neither shall a garment mingle of linen and woolen come upon thee.
Right. Hey, it's a lot of things that Esau love to do. Right. He always mixing his animals. Right. Tigers with lions, ants with flies. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of wickedness that they do. Right. Growing these different kind of weird fruits. Right. They mixing a bunch of stuff, and the Most High, he don't want his people mixing. So what do you think? The things that you put in your body, things that you put on your back, why would he want that mixing? Right? It just makes sense. Go ahead.
All right. And whosoever lieth carnally with a woman, that is a bondmaid, betrothed to an husband, and not at all redeemed, nor freedom given her, she shall be scourged. They shall not be put to death, because she was not free.
Right? So we got to read this slowly. So read that again.
Okay. All right. And whosoever lieth carnally with a woman, that is a bondmaid.
I notice that this is one that is a servant, right? Go ahead.
Betrothed to an husband.
Right? Because the masters always had the power, right, to literally give the women servants to a man. Right? So if she's betrothed to a husband and a man like carnally with her, right? Go ahead.
All right. And not at all redeemed, nor freedom given her.
Right. So if she's not redeemed from her master, right, or the master don't give her freedom, she shall be what?
She shall be scourged.
Mm-hmm.
They shall not be put to death.
Right. You're not going to be put to death, right? Because she's not free. Right. She's not a free woman. So she won't be put to death because of that. We will understand that, hey, we know that adultery, this would be adultery on any other level. If this was a free woman and she was betrothed, hey, this is adultery. But this is why she's not put to death. She's going to be scourged. Right? Go ahead.
Because she was not free. Verse 21. And he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, even a ram for a trespass offering.
Right. So this is the man that had did that. Right. Go ahead.
And the priest shall make an atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering before the Lord for his sin which he hath done. And the sin which he hath done shall be forgiven him.
Right. He'll be forgiven. Right. So I want to go to I was just trying to look for it. Is it 18? I want to say it's 18. Where it talked about, no, this is immoral relations. It's not 18. Maybe 15. Where it talked about the woman on the cycle.
Yeah, Leviticus 15.
So is it the one? I'm looking for the one as far as the children, because I want to bring that out.
I think it's 12. That might be Leviticus. You're talking about how many days of a boy and girl? That might be Leviticus 12 or 13. Try 12.
Because I wanna bring this out just because, for those that don't know, my wife is actually, having a baby, and it was something that I needed a reminder for, right? Because Esau will literally tell you that, hey, just wait 5 weeks and then you good to, have intercourse again, right? But we ain't finna, we know Esau just they like whatever it is, boy, girl, hey, whatever, just wait your 5 weeks and then you good. But Most High say something different, right? So I want to bring this out for those that maybe don't know again, and then maybe just need a refresher. You know what I'm saying? So let's start at verse 1.
All right. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 12, and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a woman have conceived seed, and born a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days. According to the days of the separation for her infirmity shall she be unclean.
Right. So 7 days, right? We got that automatically, right? Okay, go ahead.
And in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised.
And so that's the 8-day circumcision. Right. Now you got to understand, in captivity, right? The only thing we can do is ask the doctors, right? Unless you know how to do it yourself, right? Which that wouldn't be a bad idea if brothers and sisters, wanted to learn this and how to do this, then cool, right? You gotta know how to sterilize, whatever you cutting with, any of that, right? But again, 8 days, on the 8th day, we understand that the flesh shall be circumcised. But go ahead.
All right, verse 4. And she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 3 days.
So that's 7 plus 33. That's 40 days, right? So that's 40 days. That's roughly what? That's 6 weeks.
A month and 10 days. Yeah. A month and a week, really.
Right? So basically, 6 weeks, so to speak, right? You basically 2 days short of 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? This is if it's a man child, right? This is a man child. Go ahead.
All right. She shall touch no hollow thing, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purifying be fulfilled. But if she bear a maid child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks.
So that's 14 days off the back, right? For a maid child, a young little one, female, Salakia, right? A female child. So off the back, 14 days in her separation. Go ahead.
As in her separation, and she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days.
Right. 3 score, right? A score represents 20, right? So 3 scores, that's 66 days, right? So 66 days plus the 14 gives you a total of 80 days, right? So we understand that. So a maid child, 80 days, a boy child, right? 40 days, right? All that stuff that Esau be talking about, hey, just 5 weeks. No, it ain't just 5 weeks. And I'm even here to tell you that maybe you should even give it a little bit more time, right? That's just my opinion, right? As long as you, at minimum, as long as you wait the 40 days for a young man, a man child, and you wait the 80 days for a maid child, either way, right? And in the case of if you had twins and you got 1 and 1, then you will only have to wait the 80 because that 40 will be included in that 80, right? So you have to wait the 80. You know what I'm saying? But hey, long as you keep the law according to what's written, then everything will go fine. Because you got to realize the reason why she needs to be purified and separated, because number one, she's unclean. You know what I'm saying? That's first and foremost. And we understand that it's a different spirit hey, when a woman is in a purification stage,
Mm-hmm.
and you running up in her, hey, that's not lawful. It's not right. Spiritually, it ain't right. And you'll start to wonder why crazy stuff is going on. You'll be looking at, hey, what's wrong with her? Nah, what's wrong with you? All right, go ahead.
And when the days of her purifying are fulfilled, for a son or for a daughter, she shall bring a lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, and a young pigeon or a turtle dove for a sin offering unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation unto the priests, who shall offer it before the Lord and make an atonement for her. And she shall be cleansed from the issue of her blood. That is the law for her that have borne a male or female.
All right, go ahead, last one.
And if she be not able to bring a lamb, then she shall bring 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons, the one for the burnt offering and the other for a sin offering, and the priest shall make an atonement for her, and she shall be clean.
Right, so we understood that's what the priesthood did, so that the woman can become clean again. Right now, hey, the best you can do is keep those the days of the purification. Right, you keep the 40 days, you keep the 80 days. We know that we don't have a priesthood, right? But you doing that shows the sacrifice, right? So at minimum, what you should be doing within those days of purification, praying to the Most High. Once you complete those days of purification, send another prayer to the Most High, right? In place of these the sin offering, right, and the burnt offering, right? You send up a prayer. And then guess what? As the child weans off the milk, starts to understand, guess what? You show them the laws and commandments. All right, you show them the laws and commandments, and we got to continue to do that to raise our children. I got 2 more, and I'm going to call it a wrap, right? So Deuteronomy real quick. 6 and 24 and 25.
All right, Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 24. And the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Lord our power, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive, as it is at this day.
See that? This is why we have to do it, because it's for our good always, not sometimes, right? Not when you feel like it, but always, right? Go ahead.
And it shall be our righteousness, if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our power, as he have commanded us.
As he have commanded us. Right? It's my last one. 1 Timothy chapter 1, and let's start at verse 5.
All right, this is the book of First Timothy chapter 1 and verse 5. Now, the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart, and of a good conscience, and of faith unfeigned.
Right. So even after all of this, you still got to have charity, right? You still have to have faith. You got to have a good conscience. Ain't no, man, I got to go do this again, or I got to, you dragging your feet. No, of a good conscience and faith unfeigned. Right. Go ahead.
All right. From which some having swerved have turned aside into vain jangling.
Right, which is why we got a lot of what happened in all of these videos. Right, they parents, themselves, hey, they swerved. They went a different way. Right, they went a different way. They started doing all of these crazy things. Now you got them either dead, locked up in jail, and just bugged out of their mind. Right, but go ahead.
Hey, that word jangling is going into speech, right?
I believe so. It sounds like it, but let's look it up.
Yeah, that sound like they swerved into a side, started like talking in vain words or something like that.
Yep, vain talking, empty talk. Exactly. That's literally what the one sister was doing. Said she don't need no man.
Absolutely. I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. Like that video. That's what she did, right? Speaking of that, knowing that the law says a man should not be alone. It's that same thing for a woman.
Okay.
Verse 7. Desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor whereof they affirm.
Right? They don't even know what they talking about, but they just talking, right? They literally say things. I don't need a man, which the scriptures say that you do. You desiring to be a teacher? Who you gonna teach your weak husband, right? You gonna teach your children that's literally looking at you and trying that you want them to learn what you putting down? Absolutely not. But go ahead.
That the law is good if a man use it lawfully.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man.
Right. So notice why this is here. It don't mean the righteous man don't got to keep the law. What it means is, hey, if the man is righteous, he know what the law is. Right? He knows exactly what it is he's supposed to be doing. Right? So the law is for him, but it's just Paul is wording this so like Timothy is wording this way for a reason, right? Because he's reaching a certain audience. But go ahead.
But for the lawless and disobedient.
This is who it's for. Everybody that we seen in them videos are lawless, they disobedient. Go ahead.
For the ungodly and for sinners. For unholy and profane.
Go ahead.
For murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers. Manslayers. For whoremongers. For them that defile themselves with mankind. For instillers. For liars. For perjured persons. And if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine.
All right. So that's what the law is made for. It's for these people that's going out here. They going to these elementary schools, dressing up as drag queens. You know what I'm saying? Not teaching their children running, killing people, and they getting out at the young age of 11, you inside a stolen car. Right? And like the sister said, where are the parents? You don't see them. They what they parents said on the news. Still ain't heard no reports about them. Even until this day. It's been a few days. What they parents at? Right? They should be getting, whether it's locked up, they should be getting fined. They should be getting something.
Okay.
Something should be happening. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this is just part one. We're gonna, continue this a different time. Because I definitely want to I ain't want to go off that just yet. But definitely want to get out there and just push these laws. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's a great thing to do different lessons. You know what I'm saying? And learning how to handle certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Putting awareness on different situations. All of that stuff is great. You know what I'm saying? But we also need to know the law. I literally had to refresh myself again, like I said, with the whole purification stage of a woman that gives birth, because it's happening to me, right? Women ain't just, or at least brothers' wives ain't just giving birth on a daily basis. You ain't just having kids every year to where you literally, you familiar with it and break it down. Because even if you is having it every year, we talking about 365 days, 360 days removed more than likely from the last baby you had, right? So you might not even be thinking about that law until it rolls around again, right? So it's important for us to push these laws out here to get an understanding of it, to know what it is, right? And always refer back to it and to teach them to our little ones, right? Because, hey, how else they gonna learn? The world ain't gonna teach them. The world gonna teach all of the things that we seen in some of these videos, right? How to steal a car, how to sell drugs, how to leave a woman and your child, fatherless. That's what it's gonna teach. It's gonna teach the young ladies you don't need a man to do X, Y, and Z. Right. So I'm gonna land there until we bring this lesson back.
Hey, you know what? Real quick, you said something. Let me get two real quick. I'll make it quick. Like you said, when we was reading about the law, I think bringing the turtle doves, but the women on their purification. Let me get Romans 12 real quick. Romans 12. Just to let me back to prove, like, yo, we don't have a priesthood, but guess what? You are the sacrifice. So with the things what the brother said, with the women going through her time, hey, that's part of the sacrifice. And men, that's part of your sacrifice. Don't run and go ahead just because the days are up. Like, oh, now we can get right back to it. Hey, brother like me that got twins, ain't no way I was thinking to run right back into it right away. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, I know fertile, anything can happen, and boom, she pregnant again, and we just trying to raise two. We raising two already, and another one coming. So it's like, hey, take your time, man, and everything ain't in a rush. So give me Romans 12:1 real quick.
Okay, it's the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
That's you. You bring your life as your bodies as a living sacrifice. You know, so since we don't have a priesthood, you still keep that law. Don't use that law and say, well, we ain't got to keep that law. The doctor said is this, the doctor said is that. No. Now, since we don't have the priesthood, you still keep the time of that law. Nothing changes. Present your bodies as a living sacrifice. That means praying and being thankful, showing up and showing your appreciation to the laws of God by keeping it to the best of your ability. Right? Go ahead.
Acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
Reasonable service is always to sacrifice yourself in time for the Most High. Keep your prayers up, right? And I got one more because you said that when we was going through the whoremongering and all that, this is what the law's for. Let me get Mark 2:17 real quick, right? Because you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what the law is for. Christ said it himself.
All right, it's the book of Mark, chapter 2 and verse 17. When Yahushua heard it, he said unto them that they are whole, have no need of the physician.
Right, so those that figure they got it all, they don't need no physician, right? Because they figure they got everything, they healed, they got it all together, right?
But they that are sick,
those that are sick, right? Those that lack knowledge of the laws of God,
I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance.
Right, so you got to understand, he's talking about Israel, period, right? Because it wasn't no type of righteous like that compared to Christ in Israel. It had to be he died for Israel, period, right? And that's why I came not to call the righteous, because the righteous ain't doing righteous anyway. But he came to save Israel, because Israel needed a physician. We needed a high priest that can take on all the sins and give us grace so we can move on. So therefore, all praise to the Most High for those that we once were those things. Now we got Yahushua that cleaned us, that cleaned us up through the laws of God and through his own pure blood that he sacrificed for us. Now we cleanse through his blood, because his blood is the cleansing of a sacrifice. It makes us whole again. So that's the physician. The law, right? Christ, they're all the same. That's how we connect with the Father. And I land there.
Okay. All right. 100%. 100% correct, man. And I will say one last thing, brothers. Hey, if y'all is, having babies, that's not an excuse for you to go out and get no another woman. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can wait, right? You can wait them 40 days, 80 days, however many days, right? You can wait. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, all praise to the Most High. Most High willing, brothers and sisters, was edified from this. And again, we're going to, keep on learning these laws, statutes, and commandments, when to do them, how to do them, right? Because knowing them is only half the battle, right? It says you got to know them and do them, right? Know them, do them, teach them. And Most High willing, Yahweh's son come back sooner rather than later, so that he can reprove us all, so that we can have the perfect knowledge on how to do these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I just give all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High. For these scriptures, I gotta definitely promote. Where am I at? Nope, going in the banners. Or it's not banners. Maybe I just missed the picture. Yep, I did. It's in right here, right? So showing this again. The second annual L.O.I. Detroit Family and Friends Fun Day fundraiser, July 26th, starting at 12 to 8. Probably having a 50-50 raffle. I got to get the updated flyer on here too. Got a 50-50 raffle ticket. It's $5 a ticket. We'll be, divvying out the winner at the end of towards the end of the fun day. The brother Yashawan is also hosting a talent show during it, right? With cash prizes to the winner. So yeah, my battery running low, y'all. But most definitely, we hope this day, it was a blast last year. Most High willing is more of the same, right? No folly, ain't no doctrines being pushed around, right? This is for the children. You know what I'm saying? Remember that, adults, because we definitely, the adults compete too, but it's all fun and games, right? This is for the children, and it's for us literally acknowledging them, because what place do they have in this walk when it's mainly the adults that's going out doing the teaching, the sisters when feast days roll around, right? They doing what they need to do, right? And the children are kind of, on the sideline watching, being children or running around with other children. So let's, give them something that they can look forward to. And then when they are of age, guess what? We bring them right along and the bringing up of the word. You know what I'm saying? Giving them the laws and commandments. So, we definitely got that going on. Definitely stay tuned tomorrow for priest class. It's definitely going to be one of those ones that, we definitely need, especially focusing in on our community, right? Because as we see some of the mental health things that's happening, hey, we seen it today with some of these videos, right? Not having and knowing the commandments is a mental health disease. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I say shalom to the people. All praises to the Most High. And until next time, Israel, I'll see y'all. Shalom.
Spacious air, reflecting the way of life under the Florida sky. Even the lobbies funnel in the great outdoors.
Chosen.
I was set apart for God's use. Chosen. I was set apart for God's use. Formed in His image.
Chosen. They say the chain of Shaitan is not that strong. They say his time is running out, he ain't got that long. They say murder, murder, kill, this is not that song. Said I won't amount to nothing, they got that wrong. Cause I was set apart and I was shown the light. And if I get the kingdom, I'll be clothed in white. 1/3 will be delivered and the rest were blinded. Their fate is set in stone, what you ain't read the fine print? Christ is gonna give a crown to us. In the end we'll have the nations bowing down to us, with their faces to the ground to us. It's the truth, as crazy as it sounds to us. Jacob forever rules, and we're his precious jewels. Showed us love and patience, put us above the nations. And that's the gospel, thank God for choosing me. Bad news for you, is really good news for me.
I was set apart for God's use. Chosen. I was set apart for God's use. Formed in His image.
Let me tell you why. We have a different kind of shine, a different kind of mind. The rhythm's not the same, we're on a different type of time. With a different kind of pace, a different kind of race. The season's not the same, we have a different kind of taste. A different kind of salt, we are so not them. Got my sword and my shield, man, I'm so locked in. And when I came to serve you, how I put my whole heart in. So I can't sit calm, I'm no Martin. Ha. And that's a reach, y'all, chosen to teach y'all. Every Sabbath you can find us in the streets, y'all. Dare ya Allah, my nickname is Priest, y'all. In the gym, they say that I'm a beast, y'all. Set apart, the nations all hate me. Set a trap, they lying in wait for me. Chris Paul, they don't wanna play with me. But if you love me, I'm asking that you pray with me. Cause
I was set apart for the Jews. Chosen. I was set apart for the Jews. Formed in His image.
Chosen. And thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people, chosen above all people that's on the face of the earth. That's Deuteronomy 7 and 6. That's you, black and Latin man. Chosen. That's you, black and Latin woman. Yeah. And we the chosen. Chosen.